Howdy, folks. So this week I had just north of 8 hours in the shop, 8 hours and about 15 minutes, give or take. I've got 621 hours to date, and I've got a forecasted finish date of October 11th of 2030. So you'll see me torquing basically everything twice just to make sure actually everything is torqued properly for the torque tubes, the push rods, all of the bell cranks, etc., for the ailerons, getting those all set up and using that neutral position with the flap as the reference point. So everything went extremely well with that, and I've got the fuel tanks permanently attached and all the torques checked. So all that work is done. Um, the next part of this video, you'll see me switching gears here momentarily and starting to work on the gap fairings for the flap and the aileron. I actually really enjoyed this work. It was kind of mindless work, and in terms of skills required, it was relatively innocuous. So I was able to kind of turn my brain off and just kind of go old school mode and just kind of rip through the motions. It was extremely easy to put this stuff together, and because everything was relatively accessible, it didn't require any special techniques or any real learning curve. So it was kind of nice just to kind of go, oh, brain dead, I guess is probably the right word, to be able to relax and just enjoy building and making some notable progress pretty quickly. So I got both of those installed. I'm sorry, both wings installed. Both the flap and the aileron gap fairings are installed, so that's all said and done. I do have some foreshadowing that I think is probably some bad news in terms of progress. There's a specific note in the instructions that says that you should make sure that all your wiring harnesses and all that stuff is installed before you put the bottom skins on, which I kind of knew it was coming. I've been in contact with Stein Air to be able to get those wiring harnesses at least going in the process of. I've got a mock-up order on file with them, and I've asked them to basically put together what the quote-unquote early kit would be. That early kit runs about 10,000 bucks, give or take, and that's 10,000 bucks that I don't have right now. So, as you guys know, if you've been paying attention for a long time, Emily and I are trying to cash flow the airplane as opposed to borrow money and go into debt for the airplane. So, I may have a stall point here coming up relatively shortly. I'm trying to get those wire harnesses from Stein Air so I can get that stuff installed before the bottom skins. But I'm going to go as far as I can and try to make some progress on, clecoing, fitting up those backs or the bottom skins before I call it quits. But I do have a feeling that here in the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks or so, there may be a little bit of a stall. So if that comes to pass, so be it. But if not, the next step that we'll see next week is starting to prep some bottom skins, and that's about it.